Everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's session, I will show how to start a ECS cluster. In ECS cluster, how to deploy Node.js application, and how to then using code pipeline plus code build plus code commit, how to deploy the changes that easily. And the whole entire build Docker build will also happen via the code build. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Okay, so now we are in AWS console page. Here we will search for the ECS service. Search for the ECS service. Then we will create a cluster. Let's name it. Let's go to the section. Okay, here let's name it CICD or CICD cluster. Okay. Now we'll get on new instance. Go look for T3 small. You can select instance as per your requirement. For this demo, I'm going with a small. Let's create a new VPC, and the role is already there. If it's not there, you can just blank it will create automatically anyway. I think you're all good. Enable continuous site. It's a good practice. Click on create. So let's wait for this to happen. And after this done, you should keep a reference of all these details. You might be required later. Let's wait for that. Okay, so our cluster is now running. Now we have to create a new task definition. So before even creating task definition, we have to upload our image in the ECR. So click on the repositories in the left side. There we'll create a new repository. We'll call it this ECR repository. We'll call it CI/CD demo. Okay. Now let's go create repository. And if you click on CI/CD demo, and if you click on the view push commands, you will see the codes there. Now just run the codes and let's upload the image. Now let me, before even doing that, we should understand the application first. So let's see. So we have created our cluster now, right? Now let me show you the code examples. Now let me explain the codes we have and how to create a Docker image. So if you come in the code, you'll see our if I will share the reporting in the description section and in the comments, must check it out. So in this code, it's a very simple code. I mean, this is a simple Node.js application where I'm just showing that code deploy sample one, and I can say make it CI/CD v1. Okay. Now is listening on port 3000, but yeah, we can make it to listen to anything. Say doing process.env dot port. Okay, let's go with the 3000 for now. So we can do like this way. And to Dockerize this application, we have a Docker file. You might see it here. So from Node.js 14 version image, you're pulling this image, base image. Then we are making a work directory. Then we are copying the package.json first, the package.json both, and the package.json log file. And then we are installing all the dependencies. And then we are copying all the files, then exposing 3000 port. And we are simply starting the Node.js application. That's what it all doing. And we are using this Docker file. We will be creating the Docker image. So let's start. So we will first run Docker build. Okay. Before running all the commands, I want to show you something. So this is our repository that we created last time. If you click on view push commands, you already have the commands to push the image in our ECR repository, right? So let's do that one by one. Let's first do the login. Okay, let's see. It will take a few seconds. Okay, now login done. Then we will make the build. Okay, the building of the Docker image is done. Now we will tag the image with the remote repository. Then we will push the image to the remote repo. It will take few, maybe 6 seconds to minutes. Okay, after this pushing is done, we will create a task definition, and then we will start our Node.js service. Okay, let's wait for that. Now our image is pushed. Now let's see. If we come here and refresh the screen, we'll see our image is added here. Okay, it's 370 MB, and we have the URL here. Let's copy that. We can copy it from here also, and now we can create a task definitions. So let's click on the task definition and then click okay, create task definition. Click on the EC2 because it's for EC2 instance. Let's call it simple or demo node app. We are calling it demo node app, and then we are going with all the defaults just for say, and we will add the container. Here in the name, we will call it uh, node app container. Remember, this container name is very important. While doing the deployment, this will be required. In the image URI place, just paste the image URI that we just uploaded. Let's say we'll call it, we'll give it around 1000 MB of the RAM, and port mapping 3000, 3000. Okay, we'll go with all the defaults, no problem. This is just a sample app, but make sure to always enable the log configuration to have a better log checking. If something goes wrong, we can check the logs that way easily. Just create that task. Just click on the create and it will create a task definition. Okay, so now we have demo node app, and we will go to clusters, then click on CI/CD cluster, and then we go here and click on create services. If we come here, you will see launch type Fargate or EC2. Let's select the EC2. Demo node I've already selected. So cluster is the CI/CD cluster. Service name will be, let's call it demo node app service. Number of tasks, we want one task to be running. Minimum healthy percentage 100, maximum 200. Yeah, we'll have the rolling update, and we'll have placement bin pack. So wherever the memory there is much memory available for use, we'll go to it'll start, the task will start there only. Enable TCMS tags. Okay, all good. Now here I want to go with the load balancer. Let's give it at least 10 seconds. I mean, too much, but still okay for the health check period. And we'll create the new load balancer here. So there is already a node app load balancer, but that was from previous demo. So let's go and create a new load balancer. So go to AWS, then search for EC2, go to very down, and then you'll find the load balancers. Create a load balancer. We'll create an application load balancer. So click on the application load balancer. Give it a name, demo node app. I think it's okay. Internet facing, HTTP 80. Now this part, this VPC, what is a VPC? It has to be in the same VPC to make sure that I have copied the VPC data before. So his VPC is VPC. This just measure the last four CF13. So CF13, this one. Just select these two. Click on next, configure security credentials, security groups, create a new security group, call it demo node LB SG. Okay. Now let's just simply click on next configuration targets. So we'll create a new target group here, call it demo node app. The more big we make, it will be problematic later, but say TG for now. And just go with all the defaults. Extra targets. We don't have to select anything. Just go to next and review, and let's create it. It will get created. Then let's go back to the ECS cluster. There you'll see, just click on this refresh button, select the demo node app, add to load balancer. You can use the existing newly created target group. Okay, all set. Health check part. Now it's okay. I mean, even if we call it that root API, it will also fine. We can change it later also. It's not a big problem. When we click on the next step, we want to configure the auto scaling. Let's say one with the design number plus one, and we can have maximum 5 tasks. You can have. I mean, you should set this one as per your requirement. Usage, and we call it more than 80%. We need a new task. Let's create it. We are all good to go. Let's create service. It will take few seconds, and after that, the service will get created, and all the tasks will also created, as we mentioned in the auto scaling policy. Okay, now the service is created. Click on View Service. You'll see in pending state the task. As soon as the task is up and running, we should be able to access this properly. I think we have to make one more change. We'll go to EC2, then go to very left, load balancers. Click on this. There will be newly created demo node app. Go down, and we need to copy the security group ID. Then go back to ECS again. Click on CI/CD cluster. Click on ECS instances. Then the instance EC2 instance ID. Then go to security tab. Click on the security group. Edit inbound rules. Add rule. Add all TCP should be accessible from this security group. If you do that and save the rules, it will work. Now let's go to the EC2 again so that we can get the load balancer URL. So click on the load balancer and copy the DNS name. Try to open a new. Okay, so now the application is up. Let's go back to the ECS cluster. It's working fine. The application also working. Okay, so our application is in the working state. Now let's go to the AWS pipeline. Code pipeline. So now let's create a new pipeline. Here, let's give it pipeline ECS CI CD demo. ECS CI CD demo. And let's say it's a new service role. Allow people to create a service role. It can be used in a new pipeline. Click on next. Now it's on the source. So what can be source again? AWS code commit, ECR, S3, Bitbucket, GitHub, GitHub version to GitHub Enterprise. Now we are using here the AWS code commit. Okay. Give the repository name. Let's say repository name is code deploy demo. The branch name, master. We want the recommended settings. Let's click on create next. So build provider. Now we want to use code build here, but we want to create a new project for this settings. Click on group create project. It will create a new window. Just make it a little bit bigger and say create build project. Give me the project name that you can say node code build. Okay, and we can just go with the configuration now. Restrict no managed image. We are going to use Ubuntu runtime standard, image latest. And then okay, this is very important. We must make it a privileged access if we want to make the Docker, this build system to make a Docker build. Okay, that's very important. Now let's go down. Node code CIC development additional. Okay, here since we are using, if you see the code, we already had that in the project. In demo we have shown using the build spec. For this demo I have got a new build spec called build spec build automation. Here we are making, so in the previous state what we are doing, we are logging into ECR, we are getting the repository URI. In the build phase we are making the Docker build, and then we are tagging the Docker build. In the post build stage we are pushing the Docker image to Docker, that AWS ECR, and then we are writing a configuration file and passing that file, this file as a artifact. Now what is this file actually doing? Here you can see that I'm creating this using this script, where I'm mentioning the container name in the environment variable and the repository URI plus the image tag here, which I mentioned it here. And repository URI image tag, both are environment variables. Okay, now we want to use this file. Just copy. If it's just the build spec.yml, you don't have to change anything. But if it's some other file name, then we should mention it here. Okay. Now it's okay. Go with the defaults. Continue to code pipeline. And soon we'll see this screen will go. Okay. So we have the code build project here. In now we need to add the environment variables. This is very important. So what are the environments variables we want? Let's go to the script. So we want here, the first environment variable we want is the AWS default region. Now let's see what is the default region. I'm in the US West 2. So let's give it. Actually is more of that in the ECI repository. What region we are in? We are in the US West 2. That's more important here. Okay. So US West 2, I think you already, okay, copy the value. Then what is the next value? We want the AWS account ID. Let's go with that also. We can find it here. Just click on your account name. You'll see the ID here. Just the ID. You just copy your ID. My ID and new ID is different. You're gonna add environment variable, and then you see AWS default region. I think I already added that part here. Now what is next? We want to have the image repo name, and we can find it here. Image repo name is CI/CD demo. Copy that. Click on add environment variable. There, let's see what is the next environment variable. We want the Docker file path. Now if you have single Docker file path, it's okay, just this Docker file. But if you have multiple Docker files in a single project, it's good to have separate names. But just to having good practices, I'm just already defining a separate path, even if it's the same Docker file. So it's good practice to maintain. Docker file. And let's see what is next. So we given the image repo and the image tag. So in the tag we want image tag. We want to make, let's say, latest. We want the image tag to be latest. Okay, I think we are all set here. Yeah, container name. So we have to give the container name also. So add environment variable container name. How can you get the container name? Just go to task definition, Then the one that you have created, demo node app, you'll see go down to the builder, it will be easier. So this is the container name, node app container. Just scroll down to this section and just copy it, and then go back and paste it. Okay, so you want the single build, go to next, the deployment provider. Now deployment provider is here, AWS ECS. You are just directly doing the deployment here. Region, yes, or West Oregon. Cluster name is CI/CD cluster. Service name, demo node app service. Image definition, yes, the file is already there. The default file we have mentioned. If not that, then you have to enter the custom file name if it's a custom file name. Then deployment timeout, you don't have to give anything, just give it optional or you can skip it. Next, so we have our pipeline set. Click on create pipeline. It will immediately create start the pipeline, and we'll see here. First it will pull the source, then they will just move the artifact to next stage, build, and after the build is done, it will do the deployment. Okay, there is the build stage failed. Click on the details, go to the execution details, and we'll find out the reason why it not work. So command failed because there is access denial happened. So we need to first give this build role access to the ECR. So let's do that. Go to click on the build details, go down, and you will find the build details here called service role. In service role, just click on the service role and it will open this page. Click on attach policies. Then look for registry. Look for registry, and you'll see AWS registry container registry full access. Or you can give the power user, is up to your requirement. Let's go with the full access for the sake of the demo. Attach policy, and that's it. Let's go back to the code pipeline again. It failed, right? So let's try to release the change. See, the source stage started now. Then after, as soon as this is done, the build stage will again start. Okay, build stage started now. So let's click on the details and we'll see how it happens. Click on the phase details, you'll see the phases here. Okay, so up to pre-build is succeed. Now click on the logs, you will see how the logs happening. Okay, it pulled the images, verifying it. Give it some time and we'll be done. Okay, build is succeeded. Now let's go back to the pipeline again. See, click on the CI/CD pipeline. The build is succeeded. Just do a simple refresh, you'll see it change. Yeah, change. Now you'll see if you the deploy process started now. Click on details and you'll see the deployment is started. Okay, but we did just for the first implementation. Now let's try to make a change and see that change is reflecting or not. That will be much more interesting to see, isn't it? So let's go to pipeline again and let's make a change now. So we'll go here in the index file. We're going to make it version 2 and see that change or not. We will simply make the code change and nothing else. It will be, everything will be automatic. The build, the Docker build, image generation, and the pushing to ECR, and everything will be automatic as per the script we have made here. So again, what is happening here in this build script that is running the code build, that we are setting the login into ECR, Then we are storing the repository UI in the another environment variable, or any variable you can say. And then we are making the build using docker build minus t, the image repo name we are supplying via the environment variable, and the image tag. Again, this is also this, all these values are getting supplied from the environment variable. Then you are tagging this, and then you are pushing in the post build commands, you are pushing that docker image to the remote repository, and we are creating a reference file, that image definitions, that to make sure that our docker update with the changes, that docker container update with the changes. Okay, let's go back, and I think we should make the change now. Git status to see that we have made change. Okay, git add, say let's commit the changes. We'll call it version 2 changes. Push it to the master branch. You will see as soon as we push to master branch, the code pipeline process will start. Let's go back here. See this part, you'll see soon will start automatically. Okay, you can see it just now succeeded, right? Then you'll see build stage in progress, and you can see the commit also here. Version 2 changes, version 2 changes. And after this succeed, it will come to the deployment, and as soon as deployment done, here we should be able to see the next version after the deployment is complete. So let's wait for that. Now this deployment is completed, and let's just refresh this page to see. Okay, now it's showing CI/CD version 2, so it's working. So if you like this video, please do subscribe the channel, and let me know how you think of this video. And for the next videos, if you want to get notified the next video onwards, please do click on the notification button. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.